guys would love to just wake up in the morning and do what it is that you love to do and get paid like $2-3 million a year? Would anyone enjoy that? I know there's people that love drawing in hair. What if you could wake up every morning and get paid like $3 million a year? There's people that love motorcycles, just riding their bikes. What if they could do that each day and get paid for that? People love stitching in hair. What if you could just wake up every morning and get paid $10 million a year? Video gamers, any video gamers here? What if you could just do that? Well, there's people, hundreds and thousands of people in America each day that get up and do what it is that they love to do, hopefully, and they get paid for it. It all started with a guy named Jared Herman Ruth, as a lot of you guys know as Babe Ruth. He was the first athlete to get a big contract. The first season he was making $600 a year. 1919, $10,000 a year. 1922, $50,000 a year. And 1930, $80,000 a year. And I know we're in 2011, and $80,000 a year seems great for us in 2011. I can imagine back then, like, what would he do with all that money? I know for Harvard, it was $2,000 a year. So just imagine that. Now, I'm just wondering, how did it shoot up from 600 to 80,000? A lot of them say it was his personality. That must have been like a grand personality, jump from that much. He also had lots of endorsements. He was the face of the Wheaties cereal box. He also had, the chocolate bar, Baby Ruth. I know a lot of you guys have tasted that one. He had his own underwear line. I don't know why, but he had that. And they also made practical things like dishwashing soap or, hand soap. They said they wanted to relate Babe Ruth to the common people, saying that he's just like us, only making like $75,000 more. Second pioneer is Pelé. He's a Brazilian football player, which is known as American soccer. Every year, well, in 1970, he started out making $1 million. That's 1970s. Again, I don't know what he did with that money, but he's making it. Every 4 years, there's something called the FIFA World Cup, which is like the soccer playoffs, around the world. This guy, every 4 years, he's still making money. He's still alive today, and he's still making money because he uses pictures, his videos, and ads and commercials, websites. They use it, and he's still making money today. So how about the pros of today? How much are they making? We all know that they make a lot, but have you ever sat down to take the time to look on how much they're making? I'll show you. The NBA, the minimum salary is $473,000. Now, there are some people that are getting paid in the 200,000s, 300,000s if they're just like really, really bad and they barely made it. That's wrong. You have Kobe at $24 million, Charlotte at $22 million. I don't know why some of these people are on this list because they're not that great, but they're making their money and they're doing it. The average salary for the NBA though is $4 million. It may not be that much compared to 24, but to me, it's a lot. To me. Big three of the Miami Heat: LeBron James, Wade, and Bosh. They're racking up $50 million a year together. That's close to $50 million. I don't know if you guys could understand all these numbers on it. It's a lot. It's a lot of money. Zero down. Alex Rodriguez. He is a baseball player for the Yankees. $33 million a year. Now it's kind of controversial because a lot of people say he doesn't produce numbers when he has to produce. That he's not doing that great, but he's obviously doing something good to be making that money. Again, minimum is around 400,000. We have high 33, 26, 24. See all that? When you say 23 million, you're like, oh, that's a lot. But when you actually see all those zeros after there, it's a lot, you guys. NFL, once again, these are some of the highest paid. Now, the NFL is a little bit better because if you don't produce what they say, like they give you how much you're supposed to produce and what you're supposed to do. And if you don't really reach up to that standard, then you're not getting your whole contract. So you have to produce to get your money, which is what I like. So I feel a little bit better with them making their money. And I guess the ones that we could relate to the most, they're just making like $2.4 million a year. It may not be much in their world, but in my world, I don't know how much you guys are making or how much your parents are making, but this is a lot to me. I don't have money. Now, let's talk about the big three. In any of all the sports, these are the top 3 players that are making the most money. This is from 09-10. Tiger Woods. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't like golf. You're like, it's a boring sport. Some of you guys don't even think it's a sport. You guys, talk trash about it. But this guy is making $20 million a year, and in endorsements, he's making $70 million. So this is almost $100 million a year. I don't know what he does with that money. I don't know where I would put that money. I don't know if the bank can hold that much money. I don't know. I don't know what people do with this money, but do something with it. Second player, Phil Mickelson, another golf player. I mean, his salary's not that much in the sports world. It's not that much, but he is getting a lot of money in endorsements. And now this third athlete, this just blew my mind. I didn't even know it's possible. Mayweather. You can't see it there because the picture decided to just move up. But he's making $60 million a year. This is the salary alone. Just this. His endorsements aren't that much, but his salary is making that much. I have to give it up to them. Now there is a downside when you're making this much money. A lot of these, these organizations, especially in basketball, you get fines, you get technicals. You get technicals like $2,000 for one technical. Or let's say there was a $500,000 fine because of a comment that a basketball player made. Bynum, in the finals, Lakers were not doing too good, and he got mad and took off his shirt, and he got fined $25,000. Kobe made a homosexual slur to a ref, he got fined $100,000. Andre Miller, he threw the ball to one of the fans, got fined $25,000. Now I know this may not sound, well, to them it's probably not that much. To them it's probably just like $10, whatever. But to me, I wouldn't mind doing what I do. I'm making $24 million and getting fined $2,000. They could have that $2,000. I would donate that $2,000 happily. All these athletes, they didn't just happen overnight. They had a dream and they worked for it. They practiced hard each day and they just did it. You can't just wish for something to happen. You can't say, I wish I made that much money, or I wish I made something close to that amount. You actually have to get up and do it. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Michael Jordan is. He's a hero of mine. He says some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen. Thank you.